आई एम नॉट श्योर कि इन्होंने वीडियो में क्या क्या कुछ बाइक.
We decided to steal a bike, specifically to steal Abrar's bike. If you're going to steal a bike, make it a good one. And Abrar's Yamaha Tenere 700 is one of the top on my list and Shazman's list. This bike started in Alaska as a brand new bike. He's already put thousands of miles on it. And now he was riding through Dallas and we decided, you know what? We're just going to take the man's bike. And he'll continue to ride this to Chile. This is one of those infamous bikes that is going to have thousands and thousands of miles on it. But not just miles, it's going to have hundreds of stories. Abrar has over 2 million subscribers. He has hundreds of videos of his adventures all over the world. Asia, Africa, North America. It's just a legendary bike that everybody wants to, at least motorcyclists, they want to touch it, they want to see it, they want to feel it. So we decided we're going to steal his bike and do some very nasty things to it. So in this episode, we're going to cover all the nastiness that we can do to this bike and we'll see how that turns out. Stay tuned for an awesome, very exclusive episode with myself, Naeem, and my partner in crime, Shazman. And let's take this thing for a spin. So let's talk about what exactly is so special about the T7, the Tenere 700. This came out specifically in 2020 with huge expectations and it surpassed those expectations. Dealers were marking this puppy up by $2,000 to $3,000, which is highly unusual for motorcycles. Typically, globally, motorcycle sales are down. Another interesting fact, in Germany, the T7 outsold the BMW 1250, the GS, in their backyard in Germany, which I would assume is probably a bit of an embarrassment for the German boys. But the T7 has just been getting rave reviews across the board, and I suspect that's probably why Abrar picked the bike. It just handles really darn well. Fuel economy is 50 plus miles per gallon, and it's super balanced. It's a slightly higher than the previous model, but again, they've just balanced it and done the ergonomics really, really well. It's just an amazing piece of machinery. The T7 shares its engine with the Yamaha MT-07. I had the older brother of the MT-07, which was the MT-09. Hands down, one of my favorite bikes of all time. It's a street rocket. And so they took the engine from the MT-07, adapted it, and this shares it, which means another reason why the T7 is so popular is because the engine parts and components are shared between these two bikes. And that MT-07 is one of the most popular bikes from Yamaha. So it's easy globally, especially if Abrar is going to be riding this thing all over the world. The interchangeable parts make it much, much easier to service this bad boy. Another interesting fact is that the soul of this comes from the 1980s Dakar. Now, if you want to talk about battle tested, then there's no other bigger battle than the Dakar Rally. And so they took inspiration from there, the award-winning designs and races, and put this into this for the everyday man rider like myself and like yourself. The 2025 model of the Tenere 700 made their foot pegs about 36% larger, which was a direct result of users talking about the foot pegs being a little too small. So riders are thrilled about that. Another bigger, maybe a bigger item here is the suspension. One of the complaints about the previous model was that the suspension was bottoming out, specifically when you're riding it on the streets. They fixed that problem. In addition, one of the major gaps was that you could not save your suspension settings. In the 2025 model, you can actually now save your suspension settings. So that's a really nice convenience. The other thing is they did upgrade their electronics. Some riders have actually complained that they've made this thing a little too modern, a little too many electronics. The purists at heart really want this thing to stay, you know, the legacy machine that it was. But at the end of the day, these are conveniences that riders are really enjoying and sharing their feedback on. Before we decided to chop up the bike parts and sell it into the Mexican aftermarket on Harry Hines in Dallas, we decided we should probably fix it up a little bit. So Abrar picked this up brand new in Alaska and then rode it all over Canada, rode it all over the US. So I believe he put in 16,000 miles on the bike within like 6 months or something crazy like that. We inspected it. The first thing that we saw was the chain was loose. We tried a chain adjustment just to tighten the chain a little bit. Didn't do it. The chain actually had been stretched out a little bit. So we took the chain off. When I say we, I mean the royal we. Most of the work, if I have to admit, was actually done by Shazman. I came along just to do the yakety yak. I probably did about 5% of the work, to be honest, and he did about 95% of the work. He doesn't know it, but that's the only reason why I'm his friend. So I could have access to his garage and his tools. But don't tell him that. So the chain, we got a new chain. Actually, Abrar ordered the chain, shipped it to us, put on the brand new chain. The real tire was used up pretty good. Again, he's been doing cross country and off-road and all kinds of stuff. So that needed to be changed. We changed the tire. That took a little bit of work and balanced the whole thing, added some weights to it just to balance it out. Along with the chain, the front sprocket, rear sprocket also needed to be changed. The sprocket teeth, what can I say? They look like the teeth of a redneck trailer girl in Texas. Just a little too far apart, a little too pointy for our taste. So we changed those. Now she's looking really, really good. We took it out for a test ride just to make sure everything was balanced and everything was going really, really well. And it is. We had a few attempts on this. The calipers got caught. It was just acting up a little bit, but really overall, from a performance standpoint, I would say that this is probably as easy to maintain as my Yamaha FGR 1300 and also as your Africa Twin.
Yeah.
Can we say that?
Sure, we can say, yeah, Africa.
Okay. I want him to say that since he's rode the Tenere 700, that this is a better bike than the Africa Twin, but this is his reaction. You know, honestly, that is a legendary bike. This is a great place to start. Shahzad is an experienced rider and he handles that thing really, really well. I've many, many hundreds, if not over thousands of miles with him. But I would say this is a better bike to start. It's a 700 versus a 1300, or is yours a 200? So anyways, we've had lots of fun with this. As thieves, you know, I know we're doing something wrong because we're supposed to sell this, make money and do all kinds of stuff, but I don't know, we're missing something.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम जी। कनाडा और यूएस में इतना लंबा ट्रैवल करने के बाद जब मैं डैलस पहुंचा तो मुझे शिद्दत से एक ब्रेक की ज़रूरत थी। तो वहाँ पे मैंने अपनी बाइक छोड़ी थी खालिद भाई के पास और वहाँ पे मेरी मुलाकात हुई थी शहरज़ाद और नईम भाई से। दोनों बहुत अच्छे बाइकर्स हैं और बड़ा नॉलेज है इनको बाइक्स में। तो मैंने इनसे रिक्वेस्ट की कि अगर पॉसिबल है कि यहाँ पे कोई मैकेनिक वगैरह मिल जाए जो बाइक के छोटे मोटे काम हैं वो कर दे। तो इन्होंने कहा कि हमसे बड़ा मैकेनिक कौन है हम आपकी हेल्प करते हैं। तो शहजाद और नईम भाई ने छोटे मोटे जो मेरी बाइक के काम थे वो कर दिए ताकि मैं अपने अगला टूर जो है वो कंटिन्यू कर सकूं, अच्छी तरह से बाकी चीज़ों को एंजॉय कर सकूं। आई एम नॉट श्योर कि इन्होंने वीडियो में क्या क्या कुछ बाइक का चेंज किया है, तो वो मेरे लिए भी सरप्राइज़ होगा। देखते हैं कि किस तरह की जो है वो बाइक की कंडीशन थी। और साथ साथ बहुत शुक्रिया इन दोनों भाइयों का। थैंक यू सो मच।